Yeah.
That's funny. And then John Cena, from what it looks like, it's going to be John Cena and The Miz at Mania with Nikki Bella and Maurice, like doing some kind of mixed tag team.
Can I tell you what my complaint about that is? He pinned The Miz in the Elimination Chamber like The Miz was his little brother. He didn't even pick up his leg.
Nothing, yeah.
He just, plopped on him. Was like, yeah, bitch. I'm not even.
You're not worth it.
Over when I pin you.
Yeah, I know, and that sounds like John Cena might be more like an opening match. I mean, because it sounds like he's leaving again to film a movie.
Yeah, and it sounds like his big deal at WrestleMania is proposing this year, huh?
Oh yeah, is that the rumor?
That's what I was hearing. That this is her retirement match.
Well, I heard that's her retirement because of her neck.
Getting the ring on the finger.
Huh? Yeah, I didn't hear that.
For Total Divas.
I know that they said something that her neck isn't really healing the way it should.
Yeah, and one of the podcasts I listened to mentioned that when she first came back, everyone was just fucking working her neck.
Yeah, dude, putting it in weird spots, throwing her, and not probably the smartest thing.
But it's fake, dude, so it's okay.
Yeah. It's okay to crank the neck that was just surgically repaired.
Yeah, it's fake, dude. It's not real.
It's true. And I've thought of that a couple times, and it was like a Smackdown. I'm like, what are you doing? Don't do those spots at a Smackdown. Fucking asshole.
Same thing when DB came back and he was doing the Benoit headbutt off the top rope. I don't think you should do that.
Yeah, well, obviously he shouldn't have. Yeah. Now the guy's on Instagram fucking doing deadlifts and fucking cleans of 85 pounds. Even though his finish is a lot better than mine. Look at these T-Rex arms.
He's got good technique.
His technique. Look,
he knows what he's doing.
I've been doing cleans just the last 3 weeks, dude, and I can't get the arms down. They don't go.
You're too tight, bro. Too many bicep curls.
No, that's what it is, dude. My arms are so short. The way my bicep is, I can't pull my arms back to let it roll. So I just go.
You're Scott Steiner or fucking Edison, bro.
Listen, man, I haven't lived in Edison in fucking 15 years.
Yeah, but you're still gonna be Mr. E to the day you die. E-Town Concrete, baby.
Edison, you don't know. It's not necessarily Jersey, guys. It could be Canada. Moving over to Raw, I think we hit up everybody with Mania. Obviously, you think Raw has been pretty good. What's on your mind with Raw?
Can we get to the main gig of this week? The Festival of Friendships, one of the best turns since the barbershop window.
Oh, you don't mean the whole Goldberg Lesnar WrestleMania match?
Stop.
It's gonna be for the title, man.
Yo, I don't know. I really think that
no way,
dude. Listen,
Lesnar Goldberg for the title.
Listen, if they put on Jericho KO before that match, they're gonna kill them. They're gonna get so fucking hot. You don't think those two dudes will go in there and burn that place down to the fucking ground?
Here's the thing.
They're not gonna get the place back if they put those dudes on before the main event.
With them too, Dave played that whole story so good. Yeah, that now that you have this turn, right? And we all thought it was going to happen probably after Fastlane or at Fastlane, right?
Yeah.
That KO, because we all knew it was coming for Mania. I mean, that part was obvious, but we thought it would be a little bit later. So it was genius that they went with the surprise, number one. Number two, now, because they were so over, Jericho's your number one face on Raw. Right? And KO is your number one heel. It's freaking perfect, the whole thing. The only thing that sucks is that Jericho's probably leaving not too long after Mania.
Yeah.
You know? But the whole thing played awesome. Excuse me. Yawning. Alright. So that's my third yawn so far. So the way they're doing this whole gimmick, this whole storyline, awesome. You know, and but I just don't see him doing it for the title. If anything, maybe they're doing it for the U.S. title. That he drops the U.S. title to KO at Mainz as he leaves for Fozzy.
Listen, I don't think they're gonna put that on last for the title. I'm just saying, when we were kids, the best part was those long builds to WrestleMania.
Absolutely.
This is one of the best builds for a match going into WrestleMania that I can fucking remember.
Oh, for sure.
And the way they did that turn, where he picks up the list, you see it says the list to KO, but he doesn't see that yet, and he reads it, and
did you see KO's face though?
Yes,
dude, he looked like he wanted to murder him.
He's awesome.
So good. So good, his facial expressions. Yeah, I mean, he crosses the line a little bit sometimes when you see the shit he says on Instagram to people, the fans and everything like that.
He is though.
But yeah, he's always been like that. You're right. He was like that in ROH. He fucks with people, right? I mean,
he's the fat kid who became the superstar.
Yeah, and it's awesome. Like, even the way he talks in the ring, I love him. I love what he does.
I was listening to Chael's podcast this week. He did a pretty much wrestling podcast.
Did he?
And he was very low on KO and doesn't see why he's in the main event picture and kind of sees him as a placeholder and doesn't like him at all. To me, Kevin Owens is him.
Yeah, to me, that's somebody that doesn't understand the changes that wrestling's going through. You know what I mean? Like, KO's not your prototypical champion. He doesn't look like it. You know?
No, but you know what? They all have one thing in common. Charisma. Aura. He has it. He has it in fucking spades.
Yeah, absolutely.
You don't need a look, dude. It's a feel.
Well, that's what I mean. But, like, KO's not the prototypical champion that Vince ever had in his life. No. And more than likely, if it wasn't for NXT and Triple H, KO wouldn't have been there. You know? And like you said, now the same thing with Samoa Joe. All these years. Samoa Joe's been around for fucking ever.
Yeah.
And he's just getting the push now. And he looks like a beast on Raw. I mean, he looks awesome on Raw.
Yeah.
You know? But, again, NXT Triple H, big reason why you got that, you know?
Yeah, and there's a guy who's probably out of his prime, if you really think of it.
Probably. I mean, he was in TNA back in the early since the beginning.
Him and CM Punk were wrestling in ROH together.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You know, and there was an interview I was reading. Him and CM Punk are still friends, and they still talk. And he was talking about what Punk said about him being at the WWE, and he's like, figures, I'm not there, and now you're there.
Yeah.
For all those years, he was politicking to try to get Joe.
Always, yeah. I know, and Vince wanted nothing to do with him because of his look, pretty much. Yeah. You know what I mean? And then, again, you get NXT that gives you at least a chance, right? And he's considered one of probably NXT's best wrestlers now, right? I mean, holding the NXT title twice, having great matches with Shinsuke. I mean, you know.
Well, he was already one of the best wrestlers in the world. He just got to a point in TNA where it was so static, and you could tell he was so over it.
Well, then TNA wasn't even
punching it in.
Yeah, TNA wasn't even using him anymore, though. Remember?
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure. Was he there when we went to that show?
He was part of that. And I don't even remember. He was part of one of those factions. I think was it with Kurt Angle?
Were they going against MVP and Bobby Lashley?
Yes. Yeah, something
was it the Main Event Mafia?
No, it wasn't the Main Event. This was after Main Event Mafia. He was in that too, I think. But he was in a group, but he wasn't even the main person in the group.
Yeah, he was over by then, though. I remember him looking so disengaged, and I remember us even talking about it, because I'm pretty sure he ballooned up a little bit more.
Well, yeah, because it was a waste of time for him. Like, you know, for what he did in that company, too. It was stupid. You know, so it was the NXT was obviously the best move.
Yeah.
To get in there, but that's what all those TNA guys do, and I mean, I say it all the time. The NXT's like TNA light now with all the guys that have been through there.
TNA with better booking.
yeah. TNA, but just that they actually do get over. Yeah. You know, and people actually watch them. And I'm pretty. I'm interested in seeing where they go with Samoa Joe. Obviously, they have him wrestling with Sami Zayn for now. That's what it sounds like, but I guess because Seth Rollins is hurt with his knee, so they kind of have to put that on the back burner. Because my assumption was that he was going to wrestle Seth Rollins till Seth Rollins wrestles Triple H at Mania.
Yeah. And the rumors are that Seth should be back. That's why they kind of put him with Sami Zayn this week.
Yeah, I mean, he had a picture on Instagram with his knee, and then he took it off. So they're playing it up, I think, a little bit, so that everybody has, like, that question of when he comes back. I want to know, does Samoa Joe get a Mania match? Does he go in the Andre the Giant Rumble? Maybe he wrestles somebody like Finn Balor?
Yeah.
Because Finn Balor is probably coming back soon, because when he first got hurt, it was supposed to be around Rumble to Mania. So
Mania.
And I mean, where do you fit him in right now? Because you have Brock Lesnar, Goldberg, you have KO, Chris Jericho, you have Roman Reigns, and it sounds like Undertaker.
Well, who's to say that they just can't put random good wrestlers from separate rosters against each other?
It seems like they're avoiding that because
that's so dumb though. Because okay, we don't know what to do with this dude. We're gonna put Shane with fucking AJ. Okay,
how about putting
Joe and AJ Styles together? Okay, that's gonna be a fucking 5-star match.
And my what I was gonna say is that why don't we put like AJ versus Finn Balor?
Yeah.
I mean, are you kidding me? That wouldn't be a show stealer.
Yeah.
Play up the whole Bullet Club.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But the thing with a match like that, you wouldn't even need a build.
You don't.
All right, these two dudes are gonna meet. Okay, yeah. I'm there.
Exactly. That's what I mean. But have just a gimmick match where it's SmackDown versus Raw. Just do one, so you can at least don't waste somebody like AJ and Finn Balor or Samoa Joe.
Team Johnny versus Team Teddy. Have Zack Ryder get hit in the nuts again.
Oh God, it's so awful. But and they haven't even Undertaker hasn't even come around yet, for the whole Roman Reigns thing. So who knows how true it is? I mean, it sounds pretty, set in stone. But again, I want to see I guess they're holding it, but obviously one day soon they have to do Roman Reigns versus Cena, the two faces of the company.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, one day.
They're on two different brands now, though.
Yeah, you got the number one faces of each brand. I mean, they got to do it eventually.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a money match. Obviously, I would assume that they know that they're just holding on to.
Is it a money match? Because I really don't give a fuck about Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
I dislike Roman Reigns so much that people who know me who don't even like wrestling know to fuck with me about Roman Reigns.
Yeah, but they get that crowd reaction. It's so similar. John Cena doesn't get it as much anymore because people respect the shit out of him.
I don't think it's as similar because I think
in the beginning it was.
Dude, listen. Even when we were first going to those shows and I'm going off on little kids, I still respected John Cena. I still had a John Cena t-shirt. I was still a fan. You know what I'm saying? But it's way more fun to hate John Cena. I don't hate Roman Reigns because it's fun and I respect his work. I hate Roman Reigns because he fucking sucks.
Listen, I'll always say this about Roman Reigns. He puts on good matches, but you could tell he's not the one usually calling the matches.
Never.
Right? But it went, was it 2 years ago? When he had a match with Daniel Bryan, great match. You know what I mean? Really, really good match. Now, was it because of Roman Reigns? No, it was because of Daniel Bryan. But Roman Reigns can hang with those dudes. You know what I mean? So there's something to that. I mean, listen.
He's going to be the third dude in the Shield. Take the fucking vest off of him. Put him with the Usos. I'll give him a second chance. Until then, fuck Roman Reigns.
Somebody, just put him with the Usos and let them be heels together, please.
Yeah.
It's so money.
You know what really needs to happen, and I don't wish injury on anyone, but he needs to get hurt. And he needs to get repackaged on the way back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You come back the first night, and you tell the fans to stick it. You weren't with me.
But at the same time, too, I just think that it's going to be the same. It's the same thing as John Cena. Too many little kids like him.
But they